Hello everyone and welcome back to Starladder Season 11. We are in America and we are back at it. It's going to be Sneaky Nyx Assassins taking on NoT Today, the recent winners here at the Summit 2, and have, well, earned their right to book a trip out here to LA to compete in the house. Sneaky Nyx Assassins looking damn good at the start of Starladder Season 11. They're already at 3-0. They have put in the work, they have put in the time to find their games, and well, I am also trying to put in my own bit of work here and seeing if I can get this draft overlay going for you, but I'm not going to be tackling this casting thing by myself. KotLGuy. I'll be joined remotely with good friend F4L. My friend, are you there? Can you hear me?
I am here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. You sound pretty good. I'm happy I pulled this off the first time. So we're off to a nice steady start here. I'm liking it. And I didn't waste any time, F4L. I jumped myself right into the draft. I was supposed to fire up the camera and get everything going. I even turned the lights on, but I just skipped over it. Whatever. I'll just roll with that. So no fancy dubbing and work for you, sir. How you been, by the way? I know that you're being a trooper. You just casted your way through Dota Pit and you were just eager and hungry for more.
I'm doing good. It should be pretty. I mean, I'm pretty excited for this game, actually.
Me too. I mean, Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they obviously didn't make their way by just one game's difference into being the playoffs for the Summit 2. They stepped back. They shook it off. They recently brought in Brax, who's been doing a lot of good work for them, and, well, they've been doing really good so far. They're 3-0, and like I said, NoT Today have recently shown themselves as the team to look out for, aside from EG and NA. So I agree with you, man. I'm just as excited, but look at this. I mean, Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they waste no time. They immediately pull out their Tiny Wisp combo, which they found success with recently, but they're just throwing their draft right out there at the start.
Yeah, so they're going to go ahead and first pick that Tiny Wisp, and pretty much any time a team does this, you know that they only want the Wisp with the Tiny, because otherwise you just pick the Wisp first and they don't want it to get banned at all. 5 seconds remaining. And then NoT Today going to go ahead and pick up the Brewmaster for Smash. Not too surprising.
Believe it or not, Sneaky Nyx Assassins are actually the favorite coming into this. I just checked out Dota 2 Lounge, and they are 58% in favor right now over NoT Today.
So they did just beat EG, right?
Who, Sneaky Nyx Assassins?
Yeah.
Maybe. Did they? I don't know. I was
feel
probably
like they just
sleeping,
beat EG in some series.
All right, so they're probably looking pretty good. They're feeling pretty good then. Then they even have more wins under their belt, and, well, they're on a lot of momentum. So let's see if they can keep it up here. NoT Today. I mean, they grab up Vengeful, who's a great counter support. Doesn't really counter too much there. I mean, you can obviously swap out to remove Tether and just get a good setup in your own right. It's hard to not pass over Brewmaster if he is going to be let through the initial pick or ban phase, so you're going to have that mid-game presence there. But NoT Today really haven't dished out as far as what they're really going for. Now, I figure that Smash is going to be playing this Brew, but it's just interesting to see both teams kind of ignoring Ember Spirit. It just seems like NoT Today, usually if they have the chance, they'll grab a hold of the ever-so-precious Smash Ember.
10 seconds
nope,
remaining.
It's going to be Brew, it looks like.
Yep. So we're gonna get that Brewmaster.
5 seconds remaining.
The Venge pick really doesn't tell us anything, other than
maybe minus armor to come. Who knows?
Minus armor. They get the aura from Venge, so that'll stack nicely with. Most likely, Brewmaster is gonna go that double item aura build. They'll have those nice 3 auras, and
Radiant team
Venge actually quite good against the center, so.
I like it. I mean, it's looking pretty big and badass right now from Sneaky Nyx Assassins, which is great. But I'm questioning it a bit. It's just, it seems like they're gonna need a lot of ways to get right into the heat of the battle. And if NoT Today look to pick up something that's more split push heavy or kite heavy, which they love to go for, they love their morphlings, they love their side pushers, then it could be a little troublesome here for Sneaky Nyx Assassins, but if they kind of go down the road of being much more high-octane and aggressive on the side of SNA, then really there'll be no opportunity for NoT Today to find their own bit of groove. And now they're feeling a little more greedy. They're going to get a secondary support, knowing that more than likely they're going to have Wisp and Tiny in the mid lane. They know they're not going to have a lot of people looking to spread across the map, and they feel comfortable that Enigma is going to have his own jungle to really farm up. So they grab up the Enigma, and I would imagine that Sneaky Nyx Assassins should consider a very early invade in the NoT Today jungle at the start of this one.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I think anytime you let an Enigma do whatever he wants,
5
you're just putting
seconds
yourself at a
remaining.
disadvantage in that game. So a little surprising actually to see Not Today pick
Reserve
Enigma.
time.
I don't think I've ever seen them play this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either. To be honest with you, they don't play a lot of the jungling rounds, and they like to go
They
just
use-
pretty much more.
Radiant team
They're
self-defensive.
Sand King, I think. They like Sand King, but I don't think I ever saw them play Enigma.
Yeah.
But Sneaky Nyx Assassin respond by picking up that Lich. It's sort of a soft counter, you know, you get the nice sacrifice for the dual lane that's most likely going to come, and then you have that Chain Frost to cancel out the Black Hole.
Yeah, it's good, and you'll have the armor to dish out not only on your towers. You could put it on Tiny, who typically starts out with pretty
10
low armor.
seconds
It
remaining.
battles against the potential minus armor that Not Today could be thrown together with this Vengeful. And
team
overall, he works fantastically against Enigma. Even if Enigma throws together that BKB, Lich could always just hold his ult on reserve from the backside and then be able to cancel out that Black Hole. So that kind of forces Enigma into a bit of a pickle as far as making sure that when he
10
gets the Black Hole
seconds
off, Lich is
remaining.
not near. He has Lich actually involved in the Black Hole and really wants to make sure he
5
doesn't
seconds
blow
remaining.
his whole spell, because that's what pretty much Enigma's all about. Given that Midnight Pulse is a fantastic ability and he has
Reserve
great
time.
pushing power with his Eidolons, Black Hole is like the cream of the crop when he gets into the later
Yeah.
game. And if you throw it out or it gets immediately canceled from a Lich, then it's just your
think-
big team fight gone.
I think the big reason why Lich is good against Enigma is because, honestly, the threat of Black Hole is a lot of times better than the
Oh, yeah.
actual casting of it.
Mhm.
But when you have a Lich, you're not really scared of Black Hole being casted as long
Yeah.
as Lich isn't close. So you're not really going to be scared of the Black Hole coming out. So quite important for
So
Sneaky
you play
Nyx
your whole
Assassins.
game differently, so it just adds a
Yeah.
whole big extra comfort zone into your play. And I agree with you. So it's on a whole different level as far as not having to second guess where an Enigma might be or staying too close
Radiant
together. As
team
long as you have a
ban.
proper position Lich wherever you go, there's nothing to worry about. You have that safety net. So I agree with you. And Not Today, they grab a hold of Timbersaw here. We have already seen Smash play Timber if necessary, so I wouldn't really count on the fact that this could just be a side
10
or a mid lane
seconds
brew.
remaining.
They could always flip this up quite a bit depending upon how the laning situation goes,
5
if they feel that
seconds
they would
remaining.
immediately go into an advantage. But you also have to remember Enigma's there in the jungle, so
Do
laning's
any
going to
of
be
the other
tricky.
Players
Dire team
play
pick.
Brewmaster?
Any secondary player? I mean, maybe Ewo if they wanted to go more farming heavy, but I mean, you're right. Ewo does love to play more of the ricing kind of style, but
Yeah.
I've seen him flex his muscles a bit. He's also played Necro not too long ago, so we'll see.
Could be.
Necro wouldn't be too bad in this game. You got Tiny and Centaur pretty fat, but
Yeah, I think Necro could actually work quite well. I really like the Timbersaw pick. I think it's really good against the
10
Wisp Tiny
seconds
combination.
remaining.
You know, Wisp is a strength hero, so whenever you get that whirling
5
death out,
seconds
he's going to
remaining.
lose 15% of his strength.
I like it here. But we're
Reserve
going to have to
time.
round out this draft now. Both teams looking for their fifth and final grab. SNA had gotten rid of that PA, which Evo does love to play, even though she wouldn't benefit a lot from her allies together. I guess just kind of fearing her heavy clash ability. And on the side of Not Today, they removed the Invoker and the Ogre, so no Ogre this game. But they need to round things out. Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they already have their off lane, their mid lane probably set up, but a secondary farmer, probably someone for Brax. I'm trying to remember actually, do you remember who played the Tiny for Sneaky Nyx Assassins recently? Was it indeed just TC?
PC.
Okay, so they're probably going to be looking for a Brax hero here. Someone to kind of hold down the fort, I'd imagine, in that top
They could
lane.
also put Centaur safe lane, but I
That's true.
doubt it.
Brax
'cause
has played Centaur, and we've seen a recent trend of more core carry side lane farming Centaurs.
Radiant team
But there's your Venomancer grab. I don't
like
really
this
know
pick.
if this kind of answers all the questions or not. Immediately following up from Not Today is going to be the Weaver. Oof.
Double minus armor with Weaver and Venge.
Yeah, I like it. He's elusive as well, so it's going to be hard to pin him down, even if you try to relocate on top of his head from Tiny Wisp. There's a lot of stun there, so Evo's going to have to be cautious and make sure he farms up some good defense sooner than later. Otherwise, he can get caught in quite the pickle pretty early in this game. But as I go ahead and here we go, see if I can get this underway. Beautiful. Sorry, F4L. I'm still working with the Starladder production quality that they got working for us here. But we're getting back underway, folks. It's Starladder Season 11 America. Right now, sitting at the top of the chart is the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. They are sporting a very sexy 3-0 record. This is not today's debut match into Starladder 11. They'd recently, of course, won their way all the way to the Summit 2. You know, pending visa issues, but hopefully we're looking forward to have them come out here to the house and really rep themselves in a LAN setup situation. And for Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they're kind of trying to turn over a whole new leaf and have a very fresh start to the new Dota season, which they are actually starting pretty well.
Yikes, Mike.
What about him?
He's saying no. Did you see what he said in chat?
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Mike is extra spicy today, if you didn't know. There's been recent, I mean, I know you know, but there has been recent tussles with some of the scheduling from other tournaments, we'll say, which has even pitted all divisions to play the game at the same hour regardless of where you're from. Nonetheless, has forced some players to be quite grouchy, a bit cranky, and I mean, we kind of feel the same way here. And for some people, they can't really keep themselves composed. You know, it's Mike after all. Oh, Mike, just kind of throw
Mike
it out
just
there.
says he has no filter, so
No filter. I mean, you meet him in person, he's just the most quiet, soft-spoken, chill guy ever. It's the funny thing, at least from when I met him, but. Anyways, let's go ahead and get things underway, F4L, if you don't mind. Without further ado, we'll just roll on right into the introductions. Our first matchup is going to be NoT today, taking on the Sneaky Nyx Assassins, going already to your offlane, sporting the Beyond the Summit set. What a guy. It's going to be Mihawk, or Mihawk. He's going to be playing your offlane Timbersaw. On your bottom, we have a 4-man defensive invade group rolling from NoT today. It's going to be Smash playing that brew. We got Masoku playing your support Vengeful Spirit. We got Ewo playing the Core Weaver, and that will leave Miss Cow playing your jungling Enigma. Nyx Assassins will roll through. They already get one obs down that's going to block the side camp right there, and it looks like Fluff, who has no ward, is not going to be blocking anything else. He'll just kind of make the retreat out. So they get one camp blocked and some extra vision for that rune.
Yep, and for the set of Sneaky Nyx Assassins in the offlane, we're going to have Lich being played by the stand-in I'm Sheep Sucks. Ix Mike is going to be playing Centaur in the offlane. In the mid lane, we're going to have the dual lane of TC on Tiny, Fluff and stuff on the Wisp, and taking up the top lane solo is going to be Brax on the Venomancer.
So a solo safe lane Venomancer for Brax to kind of farm it up against Timber. What do you think about the matchup of Venomancer versus Timber in this lane? Do you think Timber is going to kind of get what he wants? I imagine if he's put in a situation even against some wards, his reactive armor would love it, and he should be able to still find the farm he needs. I mean, I don't know. It's not a matchup I see very often.
I want to say Veno will do quite well, but I'm not really sure because I've never seen the matchup before.
All right. Interesting, interesting. We'll have to see here. I'm also curious to see how he's going to decide to build up this Venomancer. The last time I saw Venomancer kind of just doing his own thing on the side lane, it was Jigglebilly, and he kind of built himself into a tank build. Really didn't do a whole lot, was kind of moving through the lane like molasses, and yeah, he got a lot of dot damage out there, but really it didn't really come out to a whole lot. Do you think he's just going to look to kind of push here on the side a bit, or is he going to get more team fight involved?
I imagine he's going to go for the Poison Sting build, possibly, just so that he can harass out the Timbersaw. Because otherwise, I think if he goes for wards, Timbersaw is going to have a really easy time in this lane.
Yeah. I'm curious. Right now he's doing a pretty good job. He's bullying him back quite a bit with just right-click alone. Knows that there's going to be no threat really coming by, as it's just going to be a Timbersaw, and he should be able to do his own job. Mid lane, Smash kind of working on his own. Kind of has his hands full a bit with this dual lane, but he still has the creeps to work with in his favor. The creep delivery is right by his tower, so he has at least 2 full waves to kind of try to find the CS there, but he's getting lots of XP at this one and not really getting neglected too much early on. Speaking of getting neglected, Miss Cow, this is the one camp he was neglected, but he will be able to work with all the others. So Enigma hindered a little bit, but overall should be able to have a pretty good time. They ping out that block camp right now, and they could even look for an early sentry deward.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that he didn't just clear out this medium camp first, but he's probably going to go ahead and stack it.
There you go. Look at this. Mike is right in there, too, contesting very well.
Very fortunate Invis rune.
Yeah. So Masuku is not going to get caught out by anything. Grabs the Invis rune, will pull it on back, but Mike is still taking full advantage of this side pull and taking that all the way away from the support who's trying to get a bit of solo time. And now Mihawk is actually pressing forward into Brax on his Timber Saw, but could get overzealous here. Fluff is now shown up. He's got the balls out right now. Tethers forward. A few of them are going to hit, but they probably will not be able to follow through. They won't. He steps right back towards the tower, so just a little bit of the oomph to help out here in the top lane, but nothing really going crazy. Nothing on all cylinders. Well, quite
looks like we're going to see that ROTK style build on this Venomancer. He has 2 in the Poison Sting, 1 in the Words.
Oof, it's bottom lane where Ewo is going to actually be able to catch off I'm a Sheep here. Lich is going to end up going down. Mike's seeing a lot of his damage, and there's actually going to be a pause. There has been a issue of lag called out, and, well, I'm going to go ahead and hit my console here, hit my ping, and see what we're looking at here. Yeah, there's a fair amount of ping happening. Fluff in particular is at about 2,300 ping. So this is the servers.
You can play on that.
You know, yeah, you know, slideshow Dota.
Who doesn't like? Who likes moving?
It can get a bit tough after the first 2,000 ping hut, but once you make it over that, it's pretty much the same.
It's really
so,
easy. Yep.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, who's he playing? Wisp? You don't need it. You're good.
Yeah. A little ball bouncing around.
Well, unfortunate there's a bit of server issues, but hey, you know what? Something we didn't get to talk about, and actually we have the time to, is the patch got rolled out, and it's probably part of the reason there's some severe stuff going on. And we didn't even say anything in the draft. Did the teams even know? Because I don't think there was a ban or pick.
Yeah, Phoenix or Brood.
Yeah, Phoenix and Brood have been implemented into Captain's Mode, folks. That started with this game. F4L, I'm not even sure. This could have been the first, like, legitimate competitive Captain's Mode game where those heroes could be debuted. I know Brew has had a preseason in Captain's Mode for a little while before she was completely revamped, but now she's made her return. And for Phoenix, who we'd only seen a little bit in the Captain's Draft tournament.
Yeah, I saw Brood in the Captain's Draft once as well.
Yeah, and Phoenix was played as well, but this is Captain's Mode now, and well, both teams didn't really acknowledge those two, and it's interesting to see. Maybe they're not comfortable with it. You know, Mike, maybe they just favored the Centaur overall. Maybe he doesn't play a lot of Phoenix a lot. Brood seems to be much more situational. I mean, do you know personally, or have you theory crafted at all, and what kind of lineup of Brood would suit best? I mean, maybe even a game like this where Brax is playing the solo lane Vino and just trying to zone back Timber. What if he'd consider something like a Brood, though?
If there was a Brood instead of a Timber, I mean, they would get absolutely smashed in every lane, I think.
Yeah.
Just because you have to have a hero that can deal with Brood, or you have to have dedicated supports.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like, in a game like this, if Not Today had a Brood, what would SNA be able to do against it?
I don't know. Because they already made a commitment to have
heroes.
The Wisp Tony in the mid lane, and apparently they're favoring having Lich assist Mike on the bottom. There wouldn't be a lot, and you'd force Brax to have to pick up sentries when he has to invest more into health regen, and I agree with you. And you know, it's an interesting hero to play. Maybe they just need a hero or a player who's comfortable with using it, but it's probably something we're going to see more and more teams in here, you know.
It's definitely a fifth. It's a fifth pick because there's a lot of counters. Like Legion Commander, very good against Brood.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we'll get back in underway. It looks like the lag has subsided a little bit. It's just a small, easy Starladder America day. We only have 2 little best of ones for you after this matchup. We are going to have E-Hug making their debut match. They're going to be going against Leviathan, so that's something to look forward to. And we'll see here. It's a relatively calming start. Not Today did strike first with that first blood on the bottom lane, going for Ewo. And outside of that, we're going to have to look to see if Sneaky Nyx Assassin's Tiny Wisp combo is going to roll off in the mid game or not.
And if we look at the CS, TC is leading all players with 20, so doing a good job in the mid lane.
Smash is there. Smash is a player, though. Can't really count him out, though. He is quite behind the CS. He's at 13 and 2. He's getting close to that level 6, and then it becomes much trickier. Bottom lane, though. Uh-oh, Sheep might be caught out again and will go down. He puts himself in the Roach. Can he get the deny? He cannot. Evo is going to pick up his second kill of the game, taking down Sheep. And here comes Mike now. Big Bad Brad trying to use even his own creeps to get on this action is not going to end up pursuing, but Masuko will benefit from taking this wave wherever he wants. And, well, SNA lose 2 kills.
And a very interesting playstyle coming up from Mystical on this Enigma. You noticed he was level 3. He had 2 points in the stun, and actually went for a smoke gank at level 3.
Brax and Mihawk here dancing a bit. Brax a step back, gets the Gale off very nicely. Now he salves up. He's going to try to orb walk down and take out Mihawk here with a few right clicks. He needs about 2 more and he can get it. Can he do it? Can he do it? He needs about 1 more. Oh, the ward is going to block him off. Very nicely done from Brax on the Vino. Able to take down Mihawk's Timber here in the top lane. What a player.
So going for this really annoying to play against 3 into Poison Sting. So we're going to go ahead and max those Poison Stings. I imagine he'll be maxing the ward second. Very similar to how ROTK was playing these 1v1 matchups at TI, except for he would actually just completely ignore a Gale.
Yeah, we saw him play that a lot. Maybe if he was not able to grab up something like the Doom, which was extremely popular at the time. Veno seemed to be his like 3rd, 4th go-to when playing the offlane if he couldn't get a hold of that Doom or Nature's Prophet. Mid lane, though, they're linking up between Smash and TC here. Fluff gets caught with the clap, goes down pretty low, but he's just able to easily tether to TC and get some balls out, and that's enough to kind of scurry Smash back a bit. But now Smash is level 6. He's going to bring up some few resources here. He has Miss Cow nearby, who's not level 6 yet. At that same moment, once again, man, it looks like it's going to be Ewo picking up a big kill right there in the bottom lane. He's going for a second one here on Mike. Mike is forced to run off into the side jungle. Ewo will not move forward.
With the stick.
Wow. Very, very close. He's able to live with that stick. They do take down the Vengeful Spirit in exchange. It ends up being a 3 for 2 now, but I don't know, man. Ewo probably could have got that one if he kept going for it, but I guess didn't really get too greedy
really
there.
want to overcommit. Maybe he was scared of a TP rotation. He only had enough mana for... Actually, he didn't have mana for any Sakuchi, so... If any one TP rotated, he would have died.
Combo on the mid lane. It might be enough to bait TC forward. Miskow's here, steps on in, and well, it's going to be now TC caught. Oh man, Fluff is putting in overtime trying to heal him out, but can't quite get it. They do take down the Tiny. Now they Cyclone and throw up Sheep. Sheep now, very low, is going to be bursted down into the tower. Not even Fluff can help with this one. And now Fluff is going to be forced to see both of his allies go down in an impressive sweep.
Oh, and there's a haste on Smash.
Uh-oh, Smash not done yet, moves forward, gets the clap. Masoko also going to be there, aids it about with the wave, and it is going to be Vengeful, picks up the kill, make it 3 now in the mid lane. Man, not today, striking hard here in the early game, 6-2.
An interesting playstyle from Enigma. He's being so aggressive, and
yes,
look at his skill build. 3 in Malefice, 2 in Demonic Conversion. He's not really prioritizing farming the jungle. He's ganked bottom twice, he ganked mid.
Well, I mean, we question Miskow and how often he's even played Enigma, but maybe he's kind of putting together his own playstyle with the hero. He's there for Smash, and as I say, that Smash goes down in that mid lane. I've been off my camera game for this one. I'm going to call it a bit of a warm-up right now, but Smash does go down to the Tony Wisp combo, and now dishing a little bit of the extra damage on the tower. A kill certainly Sneaky Nyx Assassins need to take back.
Although at the same time, Brax doing very well in the top lane in this 1v1 matchup against the Timbersaw. Sitting at 35 and 11 CS to the 17 and 4 of the Timbersaw, but it looks like not today are going to make a smoke rotation.
And let's see here as they head towards the top lane and through here, Vengeful and Enigma. Maybe they can get a cutoff here. TC's moving on up. They're going to see him on the high ground now. Ooh, no, they're going to turn and go the other way, not towards the mid lane. That could have been disastrous, so I guess chalk it up to good intuition, but we'll see here.
Brax knows something is going on.
Something is fishy. The lane is missing. Mihawk has deterred elsewhere, and he's joined the two and roaming through the jungle. Oh, this is perfect timing because TC just used his full combo on doing the stacks. Now they see this happening. Yeah, but they already leave, so they might not get a kill. No, they don't. Instead, they go on to mid lane. They will get a hold of Lich. They take him down immediately with the help of Smash, but things could have gone a lot worse if they didn't quickly catch him out right there.
And this poor Lich has died 5 times already.
Yeah, Sheep the stand-in, as they are currently missing Whitebeard. I mean, it's a Lich after all, so I guess that's the worst thing ever, but he continues to get put back little by little. He's only level 4. Would ideally love to have that Chain Frost ready for the upcoming team fight, especially considering Enigma is now level 6. But, you know, it's a support.
So Brax ends up TPing middle. I would have actually liked to just see him pressuring top.
Yeah. At least finishing off that tower.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still quite healthy, but I think making a rotation into the mid lane, it's just too defensive of a play. And now he's actually just going to walk back to base. And
yeah,
he's
he
not
comes
even
to mid to walk back
to
now.
Go back top.
He is going to be the mech holder. He has most of the components together here. Very close, about 400 gold away from finishing that out, so he's going to be in those team fights ready to move it out. But who has been farming up pretty nicely here, your Weaver, who's at the top of the net worth right now, about 4,300, has his ring. He's going to go right down that road of picking up the Lincoln Sphere, going pretty defensive. I don't expect a whole lot from Ewo in the mid-game period. I think he's just going to be more around building up a good late-game presence to contest the Tony Wisp later on. So we'll have to see what his initial game plan is going to be, though.
And even though the score is 7-3, if we look at the net worth, pretty even, as well as the experience, you know, both less than 500, so Nicky Nick's Assassin's doing a good job, even though they are falling behind in kills, farming up this jungle, being very efficient, letting the support Lich have the mid lane, and the centaur is quite close to his own Blink Dagger, currently sitting at about 1,300.
We are going to have another pause. Fluff is definitely slammed from the lag hammer once again. As we look here, he's about 2,300. It does continue to be a bit of a struggle. Everyone is about 100 to 200, so overall there is a server issue. I know Valve had personally put up a notice recently about the details as far as why there's been a lot of server trouble. It's been due to what they say, like DDoS rather, on the actual server, DDoS on the individual player, if it's more of a, you know, popular kind of a game, or maybe even just your own ISP being terrible. But
wait, did they actually release a statement?
Yeah, they did. They did, right? I think they put it on the main website, at least somewhere. I swore I read it. There was an official reading. Valve was talking about the three big reasons, and one was DDoS to the server, DDoS to the player, and the other one was the
it was 2 days ago.
Yeah, and they're talking about how they're taking measures towards resolving the DDoS to server one. And then for the player one, it's like a case-by-case basis. And then obviously for the ISP, that's pretty much your own problem.
Valve communicating with the community?
People were very appreciative that they actually took the time to acknowledge that there was a problem. But as now we all learn, it's not really on their end. Of course, it's on their end to try their best to resolve the problem, but they've been put into a situation due to other evil forces, you know what I mean? That now they have to kind of take bigger measures to put up a defense.
More the... It's like gets really complicated. There's like tier 1 ISPs and
yeah, it's unfortunate that we have to go through stuff like this, but it is what it is. We'll have to wait it out until all the players feel that they're at a happy medium and we can get this game progressed. Hopefully there's not going to be too much hiccups along the way. We have a very busy schedule of Dota games to come here, as a lot of people are excited. The recent patch coming out and hopefully seeing these new heroes come underway. And
I'm excited for Phoenix.
I never played Phoenix yet. I mean, how much, from your own opinion, being a player, do you think she's going to make a huge impact? Is it going to be first pick worthy for most teams, or is it situational?
I don't even know if it's good. I just want to see it.
You just want to see it? It's pretty ridiculous.
I think Brood is good as a 5th pick. Like, it could be extraordinarily strong.
Very
like,
niche, yeah.
Well,
if you had to compare Brood...
No counters.
So a hero now who's kind of picked up maybe his 5th and is pretty situational. Like, who would you compare Brood to? Like, what kind of hero is picked like that now? Maybe like a sniper?
Like Templar Assassin and Storm, maybe?
Okay. What do you think, they're going to play Brood in a side lane position or more right down the middle? Yeah.
I just compare them to those heroes because TA excels when you don't really have any heroes that are good against TA. Like, no damage over time, nothing to take off refraction. Storm is very good when you lack disables. Although, I mean, both of those heroes can be picked into what I would call counters, but Brood not as much, I think.
Got like an epic shot right here of Tony about to duke it out with the Ogre brothers. You come to our neighborhood, Tony? You wanna fucking duke it out, huh? And he's right here raising his club like, I'm ready to go, buddy. I'm getting a little lost in this one. Have you seen our fancy little things we get here, F4L? I'm gonna show you how, in case something happens, I can dish out the crabs. Because, crabs and Dota go hand in hand. There they are.
What are you talking about?
So, for Starladder, we have this like extra piece of software because they put out, of course, the overlays for us to use and all those fancy transitions, But it also apparently comes with this extra tab for there's special little buttons where you can add little overlay features like this dancing crab. Hey everyone, welcome to the pause. Where he dances in front of the screen.
I'll see it on the stream in like
I mean,
2
I
minutes.
just don't know what the point is, but you know, this one has a pudge, so I guess if he lands a good hook, he can go, whoa, toasty, and he pops out like that. But you know, then they got the lol hero here. I don't even know who that is. A knife comes out. Chop, chop, chop. Let's chop it along, gentlemen, and get the pause underway. I don't know. I'm curious if they use it on the other stream pretty
Oh boy,
a lot or
Mr.
not.
Cow disconnects now, so it looks
All
like
right.
we might be here for a while.
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, man, my Skype is not working at all, and my ping goes to 2K randomly. I mean, we know that. We can see it. Let me just go ahead and see if it's...
I mean, he hasn't even reconnected.
He's at 144 now. I don't want to say anything. This isn't Summit. I'm just a caster. F4L on this one. I'm not an admin, so... I am just like you. We will watch from our casting booth and hope it's something they can look to resolve, but... I like how Evo's calling out for an ETA, even though he's also missing one of his own players. I guess he wants to know how long Enigma has to go take a deuce while he's gone or something. I don't really know.
Sounds about right.
All right. Well, you know what I can do, and this is what makes this software so handy, is I can do stuff like this. Ready? Boom. We're going to go ahead and take a moment to look over the top of the charts right now. Who's doing good in Starladder and who is not? Leading the top right now, it is SNA, as we talked about before, the only team to have played 3 matches, and they have won all 3 of those matches. Just behind is going to be Paying Gaming. They're 1-1. They recently took down Leviathan, which was surprising to me. I didn't see that matchup, but when I saw that result, I was like, oh, wow. And Complexity also right there in the middle at 1-1, but we're still pretty early into this one. We have a lot of teams looking to make their debut, and then Leviathan is at the bottom right now, losing both of their matches. Have you been have you been seeing a lot of the Starladder action there?
Crabs now.
Oh, you're seeing the crabs now? Yeah. What's the point? You know.
That is really funny, actually. They could actually do some really cool Dota stuff, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably do some fun stuff with it. Just made me chuckle. That it's like an official piece of... It comes with this official like piece of software that we get. Let's see. What else I got here? You want to go ahead and we can also look at the teams. I'm really trying to soak up the time as best as possible for this one. Almost ready, though, according to TC. This is Team Sneaky Nyx Assassins. There's their current stats. Cool stuff there. And how about we'll go ahead and fire up Not Today now. Smash Dota. The face of Not Today, I guess you could say. I'm excited to meet him in person, man. I know a little bit of Spanish, but my Spanish is mostly very dirty. So I don't know how they're going to feel about that.
I think some of them speak a little bit of English, at least.
Yeah, I know they speak a little bit of it, for sure. Is it enough to tell them, hey, we got to go for tiebreakers? I don't know, but at least they'll know when I insult their mom, I guess.
Wow.
What? That's all I know. I learned a very, very
Radiant's middle tower
ridiculous
is under
amount of
attack.
Spanish thanks to my restaurant career, I guess. Anyways, we're back underway for all. Enough about me. Enough about Not Today. Let's talk
so
about the
you
game.
heard, like, kitchen Spanish.
Yes, exactly. That's what it is. The kitchen
yes.
Spanish, you know? I got like a 3rd degree in it. Bottom lane, they might make a go on Mike. They're still smoked up. They have the black hole. If they want to, it's smashed with the invis, and immediately Mike steps back. He's like, wait a minute. Something is fishy. Mid lane's
Enigma
missing.
was actually revealed, that's why.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
he sees the
setting up
smoke
now.
pop. Okay. How long does Smash have on this invis? He's got a little bit of time to work with here. He has no blink, though, so he can't get right in there, but they really want to commit to a fight. They get the swarm off. It's going to connect on Brax here. Smash is now shown, obviously, as he's dancing around the tower, and maybe they're going to look to try to finish it off. There we go. Stampede's going to be called out. They actually catch Enigma. Can they burst him down? Yes, they can. No black hole for you, sir. Relocate in. It's going to be Sneaky Nyx Assassins pulling out a strong defense here. And the Chain Frost even going to be committed for this one. Enigma goes down, immediately buys back. He wants to put to use this black hole. Now they relocate back up and away here. Can they make use of it, though? That's the big question. They come back in for this one. They want this tower. Coming forward, Mihawk now. Moves on to Brax. Big assault happening right here behind as Brax moves over to the left-hand side. Sheep's going to be very low, but he still lives. They do take down Brax. They do take down the Lich. Meanwhile, on the side, it's going to be Mike here. Ooh, it's going to be a relapse that's going to pull him back and behind. Mike, TP's out. Will go down. It's going to be a 3-man takedown here in the bottom lane. Not Today do lose their Enigma, who has to buy back, but hey, they get the tower. They get a big team fight. I think it was worth it.
Yeah. Definitely really good for Not Today. They had to buy back on the Enigma, but in the end, they get the tower, and they trade 4 for 2? I want to say.
Maybe 2. Yeah, I don't remember.
No, 4 for 1 and a buyback, I think. Did Venge died, I think.
Maybe.
4 for 2.
1 for 2. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes in this early in the game, there's blood splattered everywhere. The fights end up being pretty big, and people already come back to life and TP into the fight once more.
Very confusing.
You know, unless it gets later in the game when they have those big, long death timers to work with. Sometimes it just gets a little too hot and heavy to really recognize who lived and who died. But as we see, it's... Oh, here we go. Well, that's the back end of it. 3 for none. That was a late fight recap.
That was really late fight recap. I wish you could control the fight recap. Like,
maybe they're putting him out a little bit longer because they see how many times us as casters are like, oh, there's the fight recap, and you click the button and it just doesn't pop up.
Like,
You're 1 second too late. Oh, I hate that. No, please. It's like
they're going to relocate to the bottom lane.
Oh, all the way to the bottom. Here they go. Brax very low, trying to bait them forward. There's going to be the stun. They do take down Venge. I see this one, F4L, but are they going to be able to pursue? They actually get a lot of damage there on Mihawk, but obviously the relocate's going to put Fluff right back towards that top lane. TC is going to be left behind here, though, and continue to farm out the bottom a little bit.
Dire's middle tower.
He's got his Agnes.
Was denied by Lich,
just about.
So that is good. Smash does have his Blink Dagger if he wants to go ahead and purchase that up.
Oh, yeah. I would certainly think so. But here we go. Bottom lane, I think. Okay, yeah. Nope. TC and Fluff are going to head right back towards the mid lane here and at least finish out the Agnums. Now, I want to ask you something, F4L, because I've been watching a lot of Tony Wisp play. And do you know, from a competitive standpoint, I guess this might be more per tournament basis, but if you do the creep backdoor, I don't even know if it's considered an exploit or not. Is that permitted where you throw the creep?
It's permitted.
It is permitted.
Yep.
Such a crazy tactic.
Everything in Dota is permitted.
As long as you can do it, okay. I was pretty sure that's what it was, but I don't know if that was like a international rule or if that was like per tournament and they can kind of set the standard for what's allowed and what's not.
I think it's like you can't exploit bugs.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's not really a bug.
It's not a bug if Valve have acknowledged its existence and not fixed it.
Do you know if they've acknowledged that one? I've definitely seen it more so on the Radiant side where they place the creep, they throw it, or relocate, toss it up here, and that removes backdoor protection, so you can just kind of come into the base and wreak havoc on the structures without worrying about the protection whatsoever. And with
at least I'm not an admin, so I don't have to make this kind
I don't
of
know. These are situations you don't normally see in games, but when a Tony Wisp does pop up, you really never know. Here we go. They jump behind the tower, though. Smash might be able to quickly take down Sheep. He throws out his Desperate Chain Frost here. Steps back briefly, but it is going to be taken down, and now Mike shows up. Goes on forward. Big hoof stomp. Miss Cow is going to go down on this one. And here we go. Tony Wisp. It's going to be immediately cycloned up TC. And Masoko, not going to be able to get away from this, will go down. And it's now Sneaky Nyx Assassins who come out with some big casualties. Though Smash still in the heat of this one. Goes another cyclone up on TC. Comes back. Can he finish off Brax here? Pops out. Nope. It's going to be cleaned up. Mihawk gets him down. Now TC. That is lonesome. Combo. Going to toss him up here. Mihawk still lives. TC pops out the level. And can he get one more right click? He got it. Right before TC goes down, he takes down Timber. And here's Brax once more now. Goes into the tower TP. Throws out. Nope. You're not going to be going anywhere. Smash. Mike shows up. Gets the stun off. Sneaky Nyx Assassins continue to clean up more and more from Not Today to bring this game back. 13-10 now. It's 16 minutes in. They defend the Tier 1 tower top lane in a very heated battle.
A really good fight from them. They did have to buy back on the Venomancer. It's a little unfortunate that he didn't have the mana to cast his ult previously, because I think that fight would have been very in favor of Sneaky Nyx Assassins had he gotten his ult off before buying back.
Yeah. No, he was like...
A really good hoof stomp from X Mike.
Yeah, obviously prevents Smash from getting away, and yeah, at that moment Brax was kind of stuck in a pickle against Smash and didn't want to kind of blow his whole ult at that moment, and you're right, probably didn't even have the mana for it, but he does come back and make strong use of it, and well, Fluff will grab up this bounty rune here in the bottom, and look at this, your Wisp grabs up a Vipe Booster here early, so he gets a little bit of that extra life. TC obviously now has his Agnums. They'll continue to farm it on up, and if necessary, they will make their appearance top lane here, as Not Today. It's going to be Mihawk here. They immediately jump forward. Mike trying to finish off, but can he get it done before the troops show up here? They can't, and now they pull up the Stampede and use it to pull away, but looking to rotate in behind. It's going to be TEC who cleans up that Vengeful Spirit, and, well, they only take down one, but a kill nonetheless. Now Wisp is going to pull Sheep back towards that bottom, and then both of them will TP towards the top, where it looks like Not Today are still hanging around here. Miss Cow does have his black hole, and they really want to make a fight. they'll smoke up even for this
They're
one.
gonna smoke. This
Smoke
wasn't
back.
seen by Sneaky Nyx Assassins, so
Ooh.
they might actually be able to pick off Brex.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, he's
Move
dead.
back. Now they see Brax. Oh, Brax is dead. Jump forward to smash. They get the clap off, and all it takes is their Timber to kind of chain on forward and bring out the burst, and Brax will go down. And Mihawk, I have to tell you, bringing together some pretty good kills. He's 4, 2, and 3. He already has his Arcanes, so he could be well underway to putting together a reasonably timed Bloodstone.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it looks like Sneaky Nyx Assassins are perfectly content with just giving this away. They can't
Dire's
fight anymore.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, they get the glyph out, no
Dire's
ticket for
top
them,
tower
but
is under attack.
they've already accepted the fact that that
Dire's
tower will
top
go
tower
down.
has fallen.
So you
I
have
see getting really farmed on
Radiant's
this
middle
tiny.
tower is under attack.
already has his Zags. He's already made another purchase here, and it's the Hyperstone. He's going to go
Hyperstone.
right for the AC. So he's swinging hard. He's swinging fast right now, and it can be pretty deceptive in the
Today aren't stopping.
battle.
Dire's top
And they're
tower
just going to
is
keep on
under
going.
attack.
Go right towards this tier 2 now. They had just finished taking
There's
out
no
all 3
response
tier
right now.
1s.
Radiant's bottom
So
tower
they're getting a
is
lot
under
of
attack.
objectives here.
Dire's structures
Another
are
glyph's going to be
fortified.
forced to be pulled out. They're going to trade
Radiant
bottom lane. It looks
structures
like
are
TC and
fortified.
Fluff are making a go at the tier 1 here. This is only their first tower takedown on the side of
Dire's
Snob, but they're
top
going
tower
past behind the
is
tower
under
now. They're trying to get a hold of Brax.
Radiant's
It forces the
bottom tower
Stampede
is
out for them to retreat away from this one. So not today getting a lot out of this. Taking about 1 and 2 towers. Stampede going to be down.
Dire's top tower
Not
has
today.
fallen.
Don't immediately pull back yet. No, now they will. So they step back, but they get a lot of gold from that. Puts them now.
They
Radiant's
have to do
bottom
this though
tower is
because
under
they're
attack.
starting to fall behind it in gold to this tiny. And if we look at the golden experience, about 3,000 experience advantage and 1,500 for Sneaky Nyx Assassins.
So here we go. TC Fluff finish farming and taking away the Not Today jungle and head right back to their side to continue that path. And what point do you think that the Tiny begins to really go on the assault? Was it once he gets a hold of the assault?
I think once he gets the AC, yeah.
I didn't even intend for that one, but here we go. It is what it is. The crabs love
We're
it
gonna
though.
assault them.
Woo! Crabs love it. Crab alert. Anyways, here we go. Is you know, for Not Today, I'd have to say. Oh, here we go. We're gonna have another pause here. But Smash on his brew. He's got his Blink Dagger. He's been very involved in being with the team and making the fights happen. But I don't know. As an individual, it's not the Smash factor I've come to see F4L. To be honest with you, I'm not seeing like the Jordan kind of plays on this brew. And we're already at the 20-minute mark. I'm growing a bit nervous. I don't know. Do you feel the same as me, or do you think I'm just overthinking
I am
this
nervous
one?
for
a
Not
bit?
Today.
Yeah. I just feel like
Because they can't really rely on the black hole because of the Lich, and Lich is going to be giving armor all of assassin players, and their real damage comes from the Weaver at this point and the minus armor, but it's not going to be nearly as effective.
no. I mean, though their Weaver is pulling together some reasonable farm. I mean, their Lincoln's is on relatively early, 20 minutes at least it is now, and he's already had it together, and 1,300 gold is well invested towards his next big item. It's not bad farm whatsoever, but I feel like there could be a point that if these mid-gamers don't really pull off a strong show, then they're going to be putting a lot on the shoulders of this Weaver, and it is a Weaver after all, and there's a lot of AoE potential, a lot of it on Sneaky Nyx Assassins, so this Weaver could be immediately manhandled in some of these fights, so I'd have to agree I'm a bit
And
nervous here for Not Today.
Honestly, Enigma not with the farm we're accustomed to seeing.
No, I mean, he does have his
He
max
invested
soul
a lot
ring.
of time trying to make pressure and ganks.
Yeah. Even before he had his black hole. And then once he got the black hole, he's like, I got black hole, let's fight now. Which is great and all, but you're not spending enough me time as an Enigma to really be a huge force. I mean, even at this point, a casual Lich Chain Frost would still cancel your black hole, and all that passion you had to make a fight happen would just be quickly taken away. So, we'll see here. More pauses to come as we continue to have a bit of ping issue on the server, more in particular for Fluff's end with his 2K ping, but apparently also one of our casters might be experiencing the same thing as they continue to reconnect, and it is what it is. And I want to remind people that this game ends. We do have another matchup coming, another best of one between eHug, which is formerly known as Infinity Stack. They're going to be taking on the up-and-coming Leviathan squad that's been, getting a lot of hype behind them after their strong showing in the Summit 2, making it all the way to, the losers finals? Very impressive run.
Yep. against Complexity.
Yeah, looked really good. Complexity did take them out clean in a 2-0 series, but in the finals it was Complexity taking on NoT Today, and NoT Today looked pretty unstoppable as they'd cleaned out the whole playoff, going undefeated and taking out Complexity there at the end 3-0. But in this particular game, it's looking like NoT Today are not doing so good. We'll have to see if SNA can hold their undefeated record here in Starladder and take it up to 4-0. They would be off to a huge start in being able to have an early secured top 4 position, because you have to remember in the America division now for Starladder, or as it is now, it's only 8, whereas other divisions like Europe, there's like, what, 12, 14? So
14?
Something like that. It's a lot.
Pretty crazy.
So America, which I could have made the argument that we could have had 2 more teams in America, but it's going to be 8, and you only have to be in the top 4.
Are they just doing best of ones for all the series?
For like the round robin like we're in now, yeah, they're all best of ones.
Yeah, so it's just 7 games?
I believe so, yeah.
Pretty
so,
sure.
Not very long run. With this game, I mean, Sneaky Nick's Assassin's already halfway through. It's very clustered together. It's like a nice little Starladder just put in for like almost a 1-month stretch. It's pretty crazy. But that's Dota now, dude. Whoa, I am in full-fledged Sky Cam right now. I don't even know how I did that. Anyways.
A lot of tournaments.
Yeah, but you know what?
Right now there's the Dream League, Dota Cinema,
Dota Pit,
Starladder, Dota Pit.
Summit 2 is on a small hold as we prepare for the LAN, but yeah, we're doing Starladder. I-League. I-League action will be happening potentially at 3 in the morning here in the Pacific. That's right. That means 6 in the morning for you Eastern folk. All the players very anxious and eager to play. Nice and ripe and early. Though I'd have to say F4L as a gamer, that's probably your prime time, right? I mean, you figure that's when gamers are at their best. Their overnight binges of Dota play.
I mean,
would you rather play at 3 in the morning or 8 in the morning?
8.
You would rather play at 8 in the morning?
At 3, I think you're exhausted. I think the worst time is like 5 to 6. Because...
So whatever team is doing the second best of 3 today.
Well, I would say like waking up at, because most gamers I think go to sleep between like 1 and 2.
I
would say. Well, that's just
I don't know,
people
dude.
I know. I think I don't know. I guess some people stay up way later, but
I guess it depends. You have school, how much you care about school, how much you care about streaming, as opposed to just playing with your friends casually. For most of these players, though, they're streamers, they're Dota advocates. I mean, shout out to Mike here on his Centaur. He currently holds the most time, at least leaving Dota 2 open, at a whopping, what, 7,000 hours of play.
I wouldn't even be surprised if he has the most play time.
He just leaves it open. But yeah, he does play damn a lot.
Plays a lot. I'm sure there's some pub players that have more actual games.
My lord. Well, I've gone through an epic cinematic shot of all the players. I mean, F4L, how much further do we need to break this down? Do we need to start going into fashion sense and talking about some of the cosmetics here? I don't want to dig that deep,
let's talk
but
about cosmetics.
As a non-admin, you know, there's really so much I can do with you as far as sitting here and hoping that things get resolved. I'll double check the ping right now, but it's still like, well, it's not terrible.
When's Wisp gonna get some cosmetics?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I've seen workshop entries where they have like cool epic like galaxy ball looks that I think that looks spectacular, but I guess there's not much of a ceiling to work with for Wisp cosmetics except for changing his color. I don't know. I mean, what, did you have something in mind for Wisp?
No, I don't know. There's just no cosmetics.
What do you mean, like a top hat, or is he just gonna like glow differently? What if he rides a skateboard? Skateboards we know is not far-fetched.
Skateboard, yep.
He has yo-yos he flings out in circles. It's a yo-yo. Woo! I mean, we got skateboards and hockey sticks and stuff coming into Dota. How long? Has Valve gone too far?
Wait, hockey sticks?
No, I mean, well, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but because of the recent entries, I heard that there's potential that they might make the Husky Courier have a second style where it will feature a hockey stick instead of its knapsack, moving sack, whatever he's sporting right now.
Hear that, people? Buy those Husky Couriers.
Yeah, I mean,
go up in value.
It's a gorgeous courier, not gonna lie. I've been blessed with working with these tournaments that have fantastic looking couriers. You know, Summit's Husky Courier. Dotapit has a pretty sexy Lich set. Is that what he's wearing right now, actually? Is that what it is? Let me see here. No. Wait. I don't know. Eldritch Ice? I don't remember what it is.
It's Sorcerer's...
Okay, so this isn't it. He's just got horns here. I'm sorry, F4L. I know you said no cosmetic talk, but I did go to it. I'm bad. But...
Perfectly fine.
Yes.
This tiny, no cosmetics. Not even sporting the Starladder. While playing in Starladder.
Ush has been sporting a lot of the new red Starladder look, and yeah, TC, he's completely a la carte, it would appear, with his tiny play. Nothing significant. I saw that Magma set. That looked pretty badass, but I guess that's what Empire set if it gets put in. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing the Magma tiny.
Soon, like, eventually there's gonna be so many sets that no one's gonna know what the hell is going on.
What's this? Cyborg Matt? What's up, man? Look at their statuses. I don't know what that means. Facebook statuses? No, I'm gonna double check the ping again. It's going down a bit. Mike's at 90. Everyone else on the SNA side is averaging about 1 to 150. Not today. They're sporting their usual like 200 ping plus, which makes me more excited to see them play at LAN. I mean, what do you? And this is a team that's been forced to play very often. I mean, it was all USC for Summit 2. They always have 200, 100 ping. I mean, do you think it's going to be like removing the weights of an intense weight training once they come to the LAN, or do you think that it could actually throw them off their game, maybe? You don't think so?
I mean, it's hard to say. I just think that I think they'll be the worst team. That's it. Unfortunately,
you think so?
I mean,
even you think First Departure also would be able to take them down pretty easy?
Yeah, I think First Departure's playstyle is very good against how teams like NoT today play.
All right. Well, we'll get all the proof in the upcoming 2 weeks' time. I can't believe how soon it is.
Oh, it's in 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We're already doing 2 meetings a day just to make sure we have everything underway in preparation for the summit. It's going to be an awesome time. So, looking forward to it, but man, it's coming way too quick. Here we go now. We finally get back underway into this game. Not today. Pressing down this mid lane. They would love to be able to secure another objective, but for now, just maybe baiting the idea of a potential fight. Black Hole at the ready, smash. They pull out an immediate Stampede to just kind of reposition themselves in case Stamp was going to be following through with the back end of that clap, but he doesn't pull out the split. And
this new rune sound is like... Did you hear that?
I heard it once before spectating a game, but I haven't heard it here yet. It's interesting. Oh, look at this. Wow, whoa! Big damage here on bottom lane. TC, side pushing here, doing a lot of work, and at that same moment, Evo is able to clean up here in the mid lane, trying to engage, and will they get the kill? Will they get the tower as well? TC gets left, takes down that tower, considers moving on in towards Enigma.
Mihawk's dead.
Wisp still here, and they able to get him. Jump forward from Mike, double edge, and they get it. Fluff moves on to a killing spree on his Wisp, and they're not done yet, boy. They're going to ascend the pretty staircase right here and get some nice damage on this tier 3. Uh-oh, here we go. Smash shows up. Jump forward, clap. He gets bursted immediately and goes down. No. Primal split for Smash. He falls, and now TC goes right back in, eats that magic missile, and I think that's more than enough for SNA. They are very happy at that point. Yeah, they do lose.
They don't even get the mid tower.
One in mid lane, but yeah, they don't get the tier 2. It still stands. Evo does get his kill, but they lose 3. They lose their tier 2 bottom, and it's TC who brings in a lot of extra money for himself. Looks like he has his AC now complete, and it's on its way. It certainly is. Now SNA looking that much more imposing. We were a bit nervous for NoT today, and now I'm just flat out scared if I'm on NoT today's side.
I don't think I can handle this bottle noises.
The bottle noises? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's when you activate a rune now.
Oh.
Some crazy noises happening.
I unfortunately haven't been on them when they activate or pick up the rune. I'll try to look out for it, but...
I think it's global.
Oh, really? I didn't hear it. Oh, maybe I'm just deaf. I mean, you gotta remember, I'm listening through a speaker here.
That
so
is true.
I'm probably missing it. It's not like I'm wearing headphones or anything, so... Well, we'll see here as Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they are flirting with the idea of doing a Roche, but they want to make sure they have optimal vision. It's NoT today here who are getting scouted out from those Eidolons, and they are just across the river. Mike here, deep into enemy territory here on the bottom lane too, though.
EC finishes his Assault Cuirass. Looks like Rex is gonna work towards that Aghanim Scepter, not too surprising.
A golden thread.
Yeah, Agnum's on Vino. Lots and lots of damage right there. Oh, here we go. Jump forward. Mike trying to burst down Masoku, but he can't do it. Certainly not with Mihawk right there. And now he's going to be forced to pull out the Stampede, but the swap, a nice swap right there, forces him back right into the battle. And, well, a few more right clicks. Can he get it? Oh, Hoof Stomp, Magic Missile is going to come out from Masoku, who was not hit from that Hoof Stomp stun. They take a little bit of extra work, but they do take down Mike. I think Mike just thought he was going to get an easy support pickoff, but, well, not going to happen. And we're going to have another pause here. Even the players now getting a bit upset with this, but I understand.
I'd be upset.
I hit yes. Ping.
You hit yes?
I was trying to type. Yeah, I mean, it's back. Fluff is sporting very, very high ping. I mean, luckily this isn't a full series. It's not going to be a best of 3, but here we go. Our admin Joker here letting him know that typically you only have a reserve set of pause time, and I guess maybe they're throwing out an option that we can try from a load, if that will resolve and refresh the server, I suppose, a bit. I don't know, but I mean, maybe at this point,
with another player?
It's another option to go for instead of immediately being forced into some sort of 5 versus 4 position.
I love Ike's Mike.
But
he's saying we can load with Whitebeard, and then Mr. Cow says we don't want to, and then he says, don't cry.
Well, I mean, I don't really blame Not Today. They have waited long enough, and really to delay this much further puts everyone behind schedule. We have another set of teams that's looking to play here.
And look, they speak perfectly fine English.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's good for us. We'll probably, I don't know if we'll bring someone in. We will have people on hand that might be able to speak better than kitchen Spanish as it is, so it is what it is. Ooh, look at here, top lane. This creep is going for a ride. Nice. But we'll hopefully get something underway here and something resolved. If they have to kind of muscle forward, but Mike is pleading the case of maybe going for a load, and I'm sure our admin is in talks as far as what the next step could potentially be here. Oh, okay. Matt wants us to... Yeah, we can take the time here. There was another new edition, and we can look at it. F4L, it's these statue editions in the game, which they do have a couple out right now. We got Nova over here, created by TC. This is a well-decked out Luna statue that's currently sitting in their base. These do go down now instead of the old buffer kind of building. You can like use the clay to make your own. That's the only one it looks like. And they replaced these side buildings here. Is there one on Not Today's side?
Oh, on SNA. There's a Teskar one.
Where? Oh, way over here. Oh, well, let's look at this one. All right, we got Pound It from I'm a Sheep here. One commend. It actually shows the commends. Do they commend the statue, or is that commends on sheep? I don't know, but oh wow, he's got a nice. He's got the fist bump out and everything. Cool. And
that's kind of interesting.
I believe these are for TI4 compendium holders. Is that correct? I believe so. So, if you did own a TI4 compendium,
I have absolutely no idea how.
Yeah, I think you got the clay, and you can make your own little fun hero / pose. Really cool stuff. What are you gonna do, dude? Are you gonna what would be your hero statue, and what kind of pose, F4L?
Oh, I have an effigy block. Is that it?
Yes, that's it. I believe. Do you have an idea? Do you commit once you make one? Is that it? Can you reuse it?
You can't do all the heroes.
You can. I mean, can you keep changing one up over and over again?
Oh, and you can do different animations.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick a different animation and then freeze it on a special pose of a certain animation, you know, and then you could title it apparently. Like if you wanted to get this moment where Tiny's tossing the creep up and kind of smelling his hand, you could do that. But whatever. What are they talking about now? I missed this recent. You can address my issue. I don't think we can load our team. Okay, well, admin is trying to drop down the admin hammer. Mike is pleading his case, but clearly something needs to be done.
Yes.
Something. I mean, his ping seems reasonable now. It's on the same par with everyone else. I mean, can we at least just, you know, get back and underway and we can have a game? We have another one to come here. I mean, let me just remind everyone what the schedule is today. Jam-packed Dota for you. 2 matches. That's it. E-Hug coming up next against Leviathan. Probably going to be starting a little bit late.
Jam-packed.
Yeah, jam-packed. We do have a lot of potential American Dota happening overnight, though, for iLeague. So, you know,
You'll be casting that.
we'll get to expose some classic American Dota to some of our Eastern audience during those hours. They want to see how the other life lives.
I guess Europe will be back, or Europe.
Yeah, there's stuff happening, I believe, even at the same time.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be Dream League,
Sure.
at least for the second set of games.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Mike putting out the pledge that there will continue to be ping problems here for Fluff if we play it as is. I mean, they are undefeated. They're ahead in this game. If they were forced into playing 4 versus 5, F4L, do you think they would still be able to do it, or do you think it would just be a slaughter from Not Today at that point, taking advantage of 5 versus 4? It's only 23 minutes in.
So if it's 4 versus 5, I think what you do is have the Lich play Wisp, and then someone just sits the Lich very far away in a team fight. Then you just chain the Enigma.
Put them on your secondary control group and save the chain. Yeah, I like that.
Because Wisp is really important hero, at least right now.
I mean, to be honest, from what it looks like an individual pinging issue. Everyone else is kind of on the same page. Yeah, it's not the best ping ever, but one individual's ping is clearly unplayable. I don't think we can... I mean, I would be safe to say that we would have to play through with that one player doing the best he can with that ping. But this isn't my my room to talk. Do you think that would be the best case there?
To do what?
Just playing it 5 versus 4. It seems to be just Fluff's kind of ping issue.
I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah.
I can't really comment. I mean, most tournaments, it's usually save reload. But I don't know about how... like, reloading with a different player seems really odd.
Oh boy, it's just feeling like unfortunate flashbacks of WCA at this point, of me waiting around for a game. And
then you get into I like making a team play 4v5 is really unfair. But what are you gonna do?
I don't know. There's I mean, what if one day
I mean,
they
I would like
implemented
to
a
see the
system where
rules,
you could
but-
use your standby mid-game? Just sub them
I
in?
wonder if I can find the rules. Starladder. Season 11.
Okay, so it is one use. I got the memo. If anyone cared about the statues, I didn't get to look at them too much because after I finished a long night of work, I went to sleep, woke up into a meeting, and then the patch had rolled out at that moment. So I know Oracle is now out and at the ready, and those heroes are in captain's mode, and these statues are out. But I actually hadn't seen them used, but they are one time only. So make sure you pick the best hero and pose possible, because that's it. And maybe you can buy some more. I'm not too sure. They could be account bound. For the people out there who love their hats, I guess you want to make sure we put out the right information. But I'm seeing a lot of discussion here in the chat. Also, we changed up an audio interface here, F4L. I know we were having a bit of a buzzing issue before, and we got something new now that hopefully has removed the buzzing. Do I sound the same as before, a little bit better, different, or do you think I'm sound pretty good?
There's no buzzing.
Yeah, I'm happy with the less buzzing. So
I hear
hopefully
myself a little bit, but
I think it's because I have the speakers too loud, to be honest. So I'll just turn those down in here. That's probably why. My mic's probably picking it up, but here we go, man. It's hard to believe, but the game is live now. We're back and underway. It's only 16-14 if you're just tuning in, and well, it's not today's debut in Starladder 11. Sneaky Nyx Assassins have a prominent start with their 3 matches. They're currently 3-0. Their member Fluff, who's currently playing the Wisp, has a bit of a ping issue right now, sometimes spiking up to as high as 2K ping. So they've been trying their best to battle on through it. They are currently a little bit ahead here as TC's building a lot of farm, but oh man, Sheep gets caught out trying to do a TP, and they immediately take him down. It doesn't take long after the pause for blood to start shedding here, as they also, well, it looks like takedown. Oh, Mike was already dead during that pause, that's right.
They killed him instantly.
Yeah.
He TP'd before they even got there, and he just dropped like a fly.
Yeah. Very, very wounded and weak. The selfless Lich. A role Sheep has been playing quite a lot even since E-Hug days.
Sad day.
Mm-hmm. Trying to make the best of it, though, as TC continue will farm it on
Right
up
now,
here.
Vlad's finished on the Wisp, so
Ooh.
Wisp's getting pretty farmed in this game.
All right, so tremendous armor, a little bit extra damage, and of course that prominent life leech is going to be able to aid out TC here. Your Bloodstone also going to be complete here on Mihawk's Timber. So we'll see if he can start building up the charges here. His burst potential really works good on being able to eliminate that Wisp if they can just make sure they target him out and take him down immediately. Do you think that going into a team fight, that's going to be the first priority, is taking down your Wisp, or do you favor taking out someone else? The Wisp, right?
It has to be the Wisp, yeah.
Yeah. All right, and we'll see. Timber's one of the best at doing it. It's Mihawk
I
trying to get the job
think
done.
ideally you would use Timber and Brewmaster to dive the Wisp.
Dire's bottom tower
Don't try
is
to
under
kill him,
attack.
but I think Nyx Assassins have a lot of tools. Like Poison Nova is going to do so much damage if you just dive him.
We'll see here as Fluff
They
scouts out
also
the
have
top
the
lane.
Stampede to help the Wisp out too.
I do like that SNA are
Dire's
pressuring side
bottom
lanes. While it
tower
looks
is
like
under
Not Today
attack.
are mostly congregated here trying to
Radiant's
finish
top
off the
tower
tier
is
2.
under attack.
They can't kind of follow through and keep on pushing. They already have defensive wards
Dire's
down, and
bottom
TC,
tower has
I look
fallen.
away one moment, the tower's full. I look back, it's down to about third life. It doesn't take long here for this giant tree holding creature to burst down and take apart your structures immediately. So he gets some good damage there on the top lane and heads right back to farm.
I'm a little surprised when the tiny split pushing. We see the Wisp staying up pretty far, but I think he could actually stay tethered and have the overcharge on. Because what's really gonna come and kill the tiny? It's not like there's a Void or a Bat Rider or something that you have to Wisp locate out, but...
And TC almost has his BKB. Oof. And an Agnum's now complete on Brax. Alright.
all the key items coming out.
Yeah,
for
itemization
Phoenix
really
Assassins.
working out in good time here for SNA right now. As, well, maybe they're considering making a go on Roche here. There are some nice wards already laid out, though, from Not Today, as they're also scouting out with the Enigma. They have a sentry right in the middle, but it's going to be Not
They
Today
are
here to pull out the
smoked up.
smoke. Yeah, they're seeing if they can count anyone out here. There's a ward as they creep on forward. There's a ward for each side here, right in the middle. Not going to give any extra vision. Oh, TC, though, could be caught out. Melfa's going to lead on through, and oh, they swap him back. Mihawk does put out the chain, but a nice relocate. Going to end up saving him. The Wisp pulls him right back towards the front gate of their base, and that was what could have been a pretty lost opportunity from Not Today, but now looking to go right back, counter initiate. It's going to be a black hole that stops him from running through. Now Smash comes in from behind, but there was no damage on top of that black hole, so it's not going to do anything. They live, and now they're looking to hammer home some Not Today members. They throw up the timber, burst him down. Two hit the deck immediately, and now Mike, after getting cycloned up in the air, just going to be a quick two-man fall. Not Today, trying to get something out of that smoke gank. Thought they could make a go on TC, and I'd have to say, great turnaround from sneaky Nyx Assassins. And without good follow-up from that black hole, it's really just trying to slow their roll, and they couldn't slow it enough.
Yeah, really good fight coming up from Sneaky Nyx Assassins. The black hole not really doing much, but at least it was a full duration. And that's all you can really ask for against the Lich.
There we go. Easy Roche grab for them after those two go down here, but Smash wants to contest here. He's very, very close. Roche is very low. It does go down, and it's going to be picked up immediately from Mike, and then we're going to get a pause. And then we're going to resume. That was a bit awkward, but here we go. Oh, Sheep immediately goes down again, and so does Smash. Brax now cleaning house. Ewo, though, in good position on this Weaver. Huge right-click damage. He's trying to finish off TC, but can't get it done. His team already withers away, and he cannot stand much longer. Masoko creeps on forward, doesn't have much more mana to work with, but does get the stun on Brax. But Ewo's going to come through, and they are going to be able to clean up the Veno. Oh, jump through, hoof stomp Mike, trying to burst down Masoko, will get it done. Now he pulls out his Stampede to try to get away, even using the Force Staff, but Ewo pursues. Making the chase, he's going to keep going here, he will. Sakuchi forward. Mike will be able to get the time necessary to blink himself into base. Ewo will not be able to get that kill, and all the meanwhile, even with a DC'd Wisp, TC finds the kill, relocating on top of him and getting it done. It looks like Brax had temporarily taken control of that Wisp, and they were able to find a sweet kill, finishing off, who was it there? The Enigma. Wow, good grab.
I think at this point, the Lich player should just be playing Wisp. And and having
not
the
expecting
Lich
that relocate,
trail them.
considering he was gone.
Yeah, a little unfortunate that they're now going to have to play 4 versus 5, but hopefully Fluff is able to reconnect.
Here we go, jump forward from Mike, hoof stomp, clearing out the wave and just kind of bullying back Timber a little bit. Obviously not enough to do any significant damage, but here we go now. Even though Sneaky Nyx Assassins continue to find some pretty good fights here, they're down a man, essentially. And we'll have to see if they can kind of tough this one out and continue to hold their lead. They're up in net worth about 6K, and, well, Evo is going to continue to try to farm it up on his Weaver. He already has that Desolator together. Potential MKB could be coming up next for him, or even a Butterfly if he wants. But top lane, they're making a go here on Timber. Bursting forward, they get it done. They do it once again without even Fluff being in the game. They find another great kill, taking down Timbersaw here. And unfortunately, I don't know who's controlling the hero, but maybe it could be Sheep with his, or Brax again from the base.
If we look at bottom, Brax is controlling both heroes.
Or Sheep's controlling both those heroes, and Brax doing the Wisp, I guess. And while I get distracted with that, TC finds another kill in the mid lane, taking down Enigma. Apologies as I continue to miss kills. I've been really off my groove with all these pauses, but they get the tower regardless, and they just kind of relocate themselves back out to safety. So here we go. They do lose Fluff this time. Smash is able to jump on in. They take out the Wisp. The great swap right there. Doesn't matter if you have a BKB. We will hold you here. Now VS will have to pay for that swap, but can they finish off TC? Smash still in here trying to fight it out. Now Mihawk shows up. The big burst is going to be coming on through, and TC is wounded now. Very much so. Trying to get away, and Smash will follow through with the clap. And, well, TC steps back. Big stun. Can't quite dish out enough damage. He will go down. Mike will follow shortly after, and because Mike did grab that Aegis, he will come back once more. And the pings are coming out right now. I don't think they have a buyback relocate. They don't. So they can't come and help him out. Mike can just try to slowly create a little bit of space, I guess, but before he will go down. Smash with the double right there.
When you're disconnected. This is
What's
actually
up?
something to note. They can't buy back on the Wisp.
Oh, that's right. You can't call him and buy back anyways.
Yep.
Bummer. Oh, it was an automatic pause. That's right, because of the Fluff DC during the Roche pit. All right, all right. This is just one of those kind of games where you don't really see stuff like this happen, but it is what it is. I imagine that no one else but Sneaky Nyx Assassins personally are trying to make the best of this.
Abandon? I don't even know how this works. Like, does he abandon and his gold starts going to his team, or what happens?
This would be the first time for me personally casting a game when they've had to lose a player. I know it's happened a couple of times before, but I haven't really witnessed what that entails of. But here we go, Mihawk trying to get a hold of Brax here, who's deep in enemy territory with no help nearby and no tier 1 for anyone to get to. He is able to slither himself out with the help of those wards, and even considers lingering still nearby. It's top lane that is going to be split push from Evo. He is going to go down the MKB road, it looks like, unless he goes more for a straight Daedalus. He has the Demon Edge. And Fluff is back now for a temporary period, so they will have Fluff back on the Wisp for the potential engagement to come. It seems like he only has about 5 minutes time before he ends up piecing out again. So if we get an immediate pause, it's probably from his future DC if he does go again.
I mean, it's unfortunate that he's having lag issues, but
the show must go on.
There is another game after this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really blame the admins.
Well, we'll see. I mean, if they're able to pull off a big win here against a promising team like NoT Today at a disadvantage like this, would look pretty good. And we'll see here. Smash.
AC now completed for the Panda, so that'll negate the AC of Tiny. This as far as the 10 armor.
And now your Enigma Black Hole will have the BKB, but of course,
Don't
that doesn't matter to Lich. Yeah, Lich ult, even though it won't do the damage, still will be able to pull out that micro stun to prevent the Black Hole from happening. So Sheep, we know that you've been struggling. You're 0 and 9 for God's sakes, but listen, this is one thing we want you to do. Wait in the back lines. If Enigma pulls out that Black Hole, you hit that R button so dang quick, your head will fall off. And we'll see if he can find that positioning or not. There we go. Going towards that mid lane, however. Small micro push happening here from SNA as they have their Wisp Tony top lane, always at the ready with a relocate. But I mean, if you're put in a situation like this when your your fifth player keeps connecting and disconnecting, you'd figure that while he's connected, you want to make the most of it. So we'll see if that's going to be the case here for SNA.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, but unfortunately at the same time,
Radiant's top
he
tower
could
has
disconnect
fallen.
mid-fight.
That's true. Well, at least he's there for half of it and not there altogether. We'll have to see, but here's your Stampede. Swap's going to catch here on Mike. They're trying to get a hold of him as it's going to be a defensive Stampede. Can SNA make it in time to come in from behind, though? We'll see. Mike is able to step back, and here comes TC. The Black Hole is going to catch him and Sheep, so Sheep can't get off the chain. They're going to get the full duration. Smash falls through. Lich goes down. He does get the chain thrust off in the last second here. Ewo's eating a bit of damage from that. Mike now able to burst down and finish off that Enigma. Here comes Tony Wisp once more. Back up to the high ground here. Going to get immediately cycloned up there from Smash. The relocate pits him right next to the Ancient Camp, and well, Smash now with that Earth Panda, trying to get away from this one. Doesn't have a lot of mana. Able to blink out last second, puts himself onto the high ground where they scout him, but Mike follows through with a nice hoof stomp. Holds him in place, and now Smash stuck up here. It's going to be Fluff who tethers up to the high ground. Can Smash take down the Wisp? Nope. Fluff right there with the overcharge. Oh, Mike still forces himself to the high ground. There's the blink. He's able to get to the low ground there, but hey.
And a huge team fight for Sneaky Nick's Assassins. Trading 4 for 1. They got a full duration Black Hole with no chain, but still unable to win that team fight.
The
chain actually did so much damage in that fight.
There it is, 4 for 1. Huge gold swing.
Radiant's top tower
1K in
is
total
under
for
attack.
everyone on the side of SNA. They're on high ground here, and any chance they have to hit these structures is no bueno for not today, because it's going to be huge damage real quick, and they're aware of that. Immediate Shocker going to be pulled out defensively. TC steps to the side, and oh, he eats a stun and throws one out of his own. He's able to take down that tier 3 tower. Big damage from him here, though. Oh, man. The Weeping Willow bursts apart your Timber Saw and now opens up on both set of racks. It only takes 3 big swings before those racks crumble, and now SNA on pace to becoming 4-0 here in Starladder. Should be able to easily clean up this tier 3 and another set of racks. Fluff's not even overcharging. Overcharge, buddy. There you go. And now,
Lagging.
yeah, the lagging. I would imagine that's it.
Actually,
One more hit. Got it. 2 sets of racks down. Cannot today put up a big fight here and try to find something themselves, though. TC will end up going down here. Plenty of gold and buyback ready if necessary. Fluff should fall shortly after and will. Not today. Trying to clean up. Nice swap right there. Is going to also hold Brax. They do get 3 on the return, though the damage has been done. Now that's a pause, an auto pause for the DC, so they will just immediately resume. But I'd say they got a lot done while they had that 5th member, and I questioned it. There's my answer.
Radiant's middle tower
getting a lot done. They get 2 set of racks, take a huge team fight. They do end up losing 3, but not too big of a deal for what they got.
This is nice. Mike is right next to their base, and he might even creep cut here in the mid lane. Looks like that will be the case. So even if they try to push on in, as long as these creeps are cleared out.
It's also against mega creeps as well.
Yeah, they will not have the benefit.
Or super creeps, or whatever they call them.
Oh yeah, are the models in also for mega creeps? I want to see those. Oh, jump forward, Smash gets the clap off, and Brax. Wow, big crit comes on through from Ewo. That Daedalus now complete, and you can see the mileage already begin to build up on it. And look at this, not today. They're going to take their own set of racks here on the mid lane, but guess who's split pushing bottom? It's Mike, going right for the tier 3. Now he diverts, goes to the top lane. He wants to clear out those mid creeps and prevent the back door, but not today. Are going right for the jugular here. Starting to do damage here on the tier 4s. You see Sheep has already put up Frost Armor on both of these towers. They get it down to half-life, and they need 5 more seconds, and TC will be up and ready. I would imagine if SNA can put up a good defense here, they take down Smash, then they might as well call it game. Here's your Stampede. They're looking to clear out their base. TC runs right out the front door, gets a hold of Enigma, tosses him up. Good swap back will save him, but he goes right back in. Black Hole. Sheep does not get the Chain Frost off onto the Lich. He puts it out earlier, and, well, he gets a big Black Hole off, but there's not enough damage. Ewo does manage to take down one more here. Uh-oh. TC goes down. They're forced to full out the buyback, and now Mike retreats very wounded. But not today, not going to be strong enough. Oh, cutting him off at the pass is going to be Fluff right there on your Wisp. Doesn't even bring anyone, but Mihawk trying to retreat up to the north. Earn on him. Long Timber Chain does bring him away. He does have the reactive armor in full force, saving him for now. Mike is still on the hunt. Even with a force and a Blink Dagger, he can't quite catch up, and it looks like Timbersaw is going to be able to make a nice little getaway there. So not today. Do take down the mid set of racks. They take down 1 tier 4 tower. Do you think it's going to be enough for them to be able to hold this game, or being down 2 sets of racks is it's already going to be too tough?
I mean, they certainly delayed the game and made it interesting. No buyback now on both 2 of the cores for sneaky Nyx assassins on the Venomancer for about 5 minutes, and on TC's Tiny for the next 6 minutes. So if they're able to take another clean team fight, maybe get another full duration black hole off. I don't even blame the Lich here because I think someone else is using the Lich, or he's using both the Lich and the Wisp.
Tower is under attack.
Here we go, Smash trying to scout it out, but it's too late.
But they do get the Aegis onto the Tiny, that's very important.
Yeah, last time it was a bit of a disconnect period, and Mike had immediately picked it up, maybe just for safe measure, and now it is going to be in the hands of TC. Ewo pops his BKB, he moves on forward, he wants to be able to finish off Mike here, but he's focus firing a Centaur now, and he's going to be forced to pull out the ultimate. Now TC, who had been putting work in on these supports, going to try to clean up. The split is going to come out from Smash. Smash now focuses down. The Wisp, Toss is going to be up there, throwing in Brax on his own. Fluff does live for now, but Ewo will be able to get a hold of him. Your Wisp does go down as he is DC'd. And, well, a double kill now for Ewo. Smash very, very low on this one. And they're going to be able to take down the Panda. Now Ewo, one of the lone survivors, has to immediately Sakuchi himself back to base. SNA do stand with 3, and this fight recap is not quite correct, but it looks like it will be a 2 for 3.
If we look at the the buyback status for NoT today, they have no buyback on the Timbersaw and Venge. They do have buyback on Panda. They might get forced into buying back. I don't know, this is a tough situation.
Still a pretty close game.
Yeah,
It's not only had about 5K here, but obviously with only one more rack standing.
And they still have the Aegis on Tiny. He didn't lose that.
They always do have that relocate backdoor Tiny factor. And not today, you're just going to have to consider. That's something we haven't talked about, because this top lane is constantly going to be pressured by these super creeps. Top and mid both full. Definitely be hard to push out here from the side of NoT today, so we can talk about the wave clearing, which they do have a reasonable amount of. I mean, you got a Timbersaw here, who, even if he manages to throw down an Agnes, would certainly help, but even with Chakram and his burst alone, as you see, exhibitioned right here, they're able to take down creeps relatively easy. They already have this top lane past the river, but they're going to be pressured on all fronts, and they're going to need more than just one Timbersaw. They're going to have to count on everyone to be able to dig out a pretty strong defense, because the inevitable Tiny backdoor is something always to fear of. Oh, a smoke play here from SNA in the mid lane. They're going to move right towards the enemy territory here with Mike. If they get a big pick off here, could be the end of the game. And they're doing this without their 5th member. Fluff's here, but he's being microed by someone else in spirit. Oh, moving up. Ewo's going to step back. Smash. Woo, close. Blinks away. Stampede. They're desperately trying to get Masoku. They will get that support. They commit the Stampede for it. And he's down for a minute with no buyback. I guess it's something. Now it's going to be 4 versus 4.
No, come on. At least it's better to have 5 heroes alive. With
I know.
Then,
I don't know. I mean, even if Nyx lost 1, at least that's one person who can control the Wisp, so we'll see here.
Although, like I said, I just imagine that they're just leaving the Lich sort of half AFK.
Yeah, they just need him for that ult, but here we go. Stun on Ewo. Ewo looking to try to get a hold of him quickly. There's your black hole. It catches both. Where's our Lich ult? There it is. The black hole does get stopped, but they already take down that Wisp. Now, trying to counter back with some kills. Ewo, big damage, is bursted down. He does have buyback. He immediately uses it, which he needs to. And now Mihawk trying to get away. He is dragging them away from the base. Him and Miskow, though, very much wounded. That Poison Nova begins to plague them. And now Mike is able to catch up with your Timber. Timber goes down for a minute, does have his buyback, and on the other side, Ewo, who'd made his return from his own buyback, quickly sees TC coming, lugging that tree trunk. He wants to quickly burst down this structure, and I'm surprised it takes that many hits to even take out the bug with that big old tree, but he gets that bug down. Ewo trying to take out the support. TC gets stunned from behind. TC goes down. His Aegis will be popped, and we'll see if they can go for the last hurrah here. Your Chakram going to be bouncing on forward. Mike gets a nice hoof stomp, takes down Enigma. Enigma does not have a black hole anyways, but that Midnight Pulse is doing a bit of work right here in the middle of the team fight. TC is getting wounded pretty hard. It is going to be enough to quickly clear out your Ewo Weaver. He is down, and now SNA could just clean out this last set of racks if they want it, with only the Timber and Venge, who are both pretty wounded to defend. I think this is the beginning of the end here, F4L. SNA I think they've done
They're
it.
going to relocate the wisp.
Radiant's
Yep,
bottom
there it
tower
is.
Heal
Bang,
is
bang. It's only going
and
to take
that's
about 8
negative.
shots total for both of them.
Radiant's
1,
bottom barracks
2,
are under
and
attack.
3.
Radiant's
It's
bottom
done. That's it.
barracks
Megas are out in full
Radiant's
force.
bottom barracks
It is looking
The
like
Dire
sneaky
now
Nyx
have
assassins are going to do it. And a DC even on the Weaver side will pull out the auto pause, but I believe that that's going to be game regardless. Smash calls it for his team, and well, sneaky Nyx assassins, even with trouble on their fluff with the lag, able to pull out the victory, and they move on 4-0 here, F4L. Impressive performance nonetheless.
Victory.
Really well played for Sneaky Nyx Assassins. I really liked the draft this game. The execution was there. Well played team fights from them.
Well played. So apologies about a lot of the hiccups along the way due to lag and server, etc. and such forth, but we do have one more game, and we will hope that that game will go relatively smooth. It's going to be E-Hug taking on Leviathan. That game is going to be coming up in just a few moments on this very much channel. I gotta go. I gotta get some water, take a break, F4L. A pleasure to be casting with you as always. Catch him on his Twitter at F4L Dota, myself at KotLGuy. Folks, stick around. We'll be back in just a moment.